Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Wow. Nice cap.
Hello.
I believe, Mitya, you promised to have your camera on today.
Finally. 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 Yeah, that's great.
No, I just taped.
I love
I just taped it on.
Yeah, people wants to see your
That's
t-shirt.
super cool.
My
I
t-shirt,
really-
my shirt.
No, Mita's t-shirt. Your
Yeah.
cap and Mita's t-shirt.
Yeah. Well, it will have to wait a little bit more because I didn't have time to prepare everything.
So you're gonna keep your camera off again?
It's next time.
Yeah, we've heard that before. Okay, let's give it another minute maybe.
I also there's nothing to talk about.
Well, that's not true.
I think there is. Oh, I mean, there are. What I meant is that there are more interesting topics now. It does not involve me.
Not totally. I think the onboarding process is something we want to talk about. Just the update, but I'll leave that for the end. I guess we could start. Yeah. All right. Start. So, hello, everyone. Another Tuesday, another update. This is our 27th. For anyone joining us for the first time, what we usually do is cover a few past events for the last week, then give as many updates as we can, then let everyone on the call discuss those updates or whatever else is important. And then we take questions from the YouTube live stream, and then we'll answer questions that were written into us by folks that couldn't be with us for whatever reason. So welcome one and all. I'll kick things off with just some general updates. So Free Ton distributed last Friday 28,529,794 tokens and change, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, makes it the largest distribution to date. The tokens went to the landing design contest winners, the essay contest winners, the Crypto Angels proposal, the TONSurf testers proposal, the initial members vesting, their monthly vesting went out. The DGO subgovernance got their tokens. The analytics and support subgovernance got their tokens. So did the web and design subgovernance. And then, of course, finally, the jury who voted for contests, they also got their tokens. But here's somebody who didn't get their tokens. The TONOS DApp server DevOps contest winners. Here we kind of screwed up. I think when I say we, I mean I screwed up. That's been sitting there for 2 weeks, and I'll take personal blame because it was actually up to me to collect all of the unpaid contest data, and I just skipped right over it because it was all the way down on the list there, and I just forgot that they didn't get their tokens. So Mitya, contestants, whoever you are, you can beat me over the head with a stick. I'm very sorry, but obviously you will get your tokens. I think the good thing there is that there were only 5 submissions. If you can imagine if there were 70, but yes, you'll get your tokens in the next distribution cycle, and that's coming very soon. In fact, token distributions are going to happen much more frequently, so you won't have to wait very long. All right. Moving on to new proposals and partnerships. As some of you may already know, given some of the out-of-the-gate experiences we had with partnership proposals, we now have a business development subgovernance and an analytics and support subgovernance where the members there carefully review every partnership proposal and then basically give their collective feedback to the forum. So this basically gives a professionals' assessment of the merit of certain proposals. Again, it's only suggestions, but they're expert reviewed suggestions. So hopefully what this does is motivate people to make proposals that bring in more value and not just arbitrary token requests to sort of make people's dreams come true. Yeah, sorry for the sarcasm there. So anyway, please, everyone who makes a proposal, there's now a suggestion guide, and that's all it is, a helpful pamphlet, if you will, that'll make it easier to describe a partner proposal. It's on the forum. It's in the partnership section. I encourage everyone to read it and to comment. All right. There are also a whole bunch of proposals that should hopefully go to voting tomorrow. No promises on that. I'm not giving my word. There's a bunch of people working on it. But very likely, Cointelegraph, they revised their vision pretty well. The thing is, what CT is doing is not just offering free TON some kind of PR. Well, they are, but not like that. Free TON and Cointelegraph share the same vision of decentralization as a global concept. So there are really only a handful, I would say, of others who I could truly say share that vision correctly, at least in my opinion. So this partnership is more educational than it is PR, and it multiplies us by a factor of 100. And that's a damn good deal. So that's just how I see it. There's also a free TON and Bitcoin.com proposal out there, which I would classify personally as a hell yes, let's do that. Again, my opinion. And there's also a Mexico sub-governance proposal. Hello, Hector. Esther, everybody. That should be good to go after just a couple of small bugs are fixed. I think there was a typo in their revised proposal, but that's a quick fix. So, and there's a few others. So we'll maybe see a vote, even possibly tonight, but more likely probably tomorrow. Okay. Let's move on. Something Vlad from Broxus wanted to bring up. Vlad, are you here today? Hey, I'm not looking at the list. Is Vlad here? Yeah, no, Michael's here.
Yaron, hi. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'll intro what we wanted to talk about. So right now, the way that jury voting works is that basically it takes 50% plus one jurors who actually vote, right, in order to pass a rejection on a contest submission. So let's imagine, for instance, 10 out of 30 jurors actually vote. And out of those 10, 6 say, okay, we're going to reject this proposal. Then that passes the 50% plus one threshold and the proposal is rejected. But on the flip side of that coin, and what I think Vlad is suggesting is that it's not a rejection that needs the 50% plus one votes, but rather the acceptance or the passing or the of the contest submission, if that makes any sense. So yes, Vlad, sorry, I just wanted to sort of give a summary, and I'll let you.
Yes, thank you, Ron. Actually, what I discovered is that current implementation of contest smart contracts is very simple. Yes, and it was done by this just to speed up all the process, and we all understand why it happened. But still, if we go back to the roots and have a look at the Declaration of Decentralization, there is an addendum about the soft majority voting. Yes. And we had the contest for this soft majority voting mechanism and whatever. But at least there's clearly specified that the consensus for taking decisions in free TON is sounds like this, that the majority of those who voted for the proposal or for the submission, read it out, should vote for accepting this proposal. So it means that 50% plus one juror or governor should approve that the proposal or the submission is eligible to pass. Currently, what happens now is that we need vice versa to collect more than 50% to reject it. So by default, all the submissions are considered approved. So which is absolutely not correct. And this can be used in malicious ways, just to as a consensus attack on the whole network. And I personally think this is a really
Oh, Vlad, Vlad, you're
hear
disappearing.
your opinions.
Sorry, you disappeared for about 15 seconds. You disappeared for about 15 seconds.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Hello.
Yeah, your connection is going.
Very good.
50-50.
Actually, on this point, especially the opinion of governors who are present in this call, and because this can be used, as I said, in a malicious way as a consensus attack on the network.
Can you describe how it will be used in this malicious attack on the network?
Yes, for instance, if a guy wants to grab out the funds from TON without bringing anything really bringing anything to the TON itself. So he creates formally applicable submissions to all of the contests, which from one side will paralyze the work of jurors because they will have to deal with a huge number of submissions, which will not be really of any use. And in this case, he will be also eligible to get all the rewards that are declared in this contest.
Why?
Especially if there is not a
Mitya,
closed way.
let me answer this question. First of all, there's no doubt that it should be done in a different way. So please go and do it. That's very simple. It's not stuff we can just we can say that let's change it and it will change in a minute. It takes some time to develop it. We have current governance interface we have is a compromise, and it's nothing else to say. So there is a different interface which is under development. So please help it to appear. We cannot change it immediately. So there is a lot of questions. So because those questions you rose, they're very different questions. For example, like you said, like contest submissions can be a spam. Okay, but you cannot by the fact how you vote for that, you cannot protect against spam. It's a different question at all. So there's so many questions in reality if you would like to have fully open, decentralized governance. So it's not possible to say like, okay, there is a magic answer for all of that. Just change the voting in one smart contract. At the same time, I agree that we can change existing smart contracts as well in order to make some probably more fair system for current contests. But it's different processes. We can adjust current system. That's no problem at all. And again, we agree for that. So we can, even your team can also participate in that. So we can have a call and say, okay, what type of contests or contracts we'd like to have with what parameters. At the same time, it is only fractional change. In order to make radical change, there should be a different system which is under development now, and there's a sub-governance for that.
Yeah, Pavel, I absolutely agree. It's not about radical changes. I just point out this discrepancy in the real voting system versus what we have in our declaration of decentralization. And if it's possible to implement this fix within the current voting contracts, because we all know that governance to zero will come closer to the new year or even after. So it will help a lot. Because
I disagree that there is. I disagree that there is a difference because again, first of all, you propose like rejecting people, but okay. I mean, we know that people
I do not propose rejecting people. I propose to just follow what is said in the Declaration of Decentralization. That's it. Paul, don't take me wrong. I just point out that by default, all the submissions are considered valid.
Rejected. No, you said that they should be considered as rejected. That's the point.
I didn't say this. I said that the submissions should prove they are good enough to be approved.
Which
and
means
this is exactly what is said in soft majority voting.
Yes, which exactly means that it's a rejection assumption. So everyone is rejected unless people voted that it should not be rejected.
No. Vlad says another. Vlad says that for now we have a system where you should gather all the crowd of jurors, 50% plus one, to reject some submission.
Yes, because it's a big deal. I mean, people take some time. You look at it the opposite way.
But now we have like a proposal which amends another like proposal, but nevertheless. So we have a specification which is on-chain voted already, and it says that for rejection of some submission, you need to have 50% plus one votes of already voted jurors to reject some submission. And for now, current smart contract specification does not like satisfy this this specification.
Okay, so this means please change smart contract. That's not problem at all. Please let's change smart contract.
Yes, and Vlad suggests
it
has nothing to
do that before governance to zero. Just
God. So you say that governance to zero is a first priority.
Yes.
And for now,
absolutely.
Well, this is the ongoing battle, right?
Topic. There's not a battle at all.
Like
okay,
Pavel, well, let's just so let's just everything that made by analytics, contest stats and results, everything. Let's just stop it, okay? And put all the crowd working on analytics and stats, just go and work for governance to zero. Okay?
Good idea.
Ivan,
excellent idea.
Mitya, it's not your decision. There is a sub-governance. People working with it, so it's not actually a decision. You're not part of the sub-governance. So first of all, smart contract should be changed. Period. No doubt for that. It has not SMV mechanics because it was not meant to be SMV, that particular contest, and this is not a problem. So there are different topics we are talking now about. So regarding changing that contract further, that's, I think we should wait to governance to zero, and there's no problem at all to have submissions rejected based on actually voted jurors. At the same time, I have doubts that it is fair, but still it was approved. So in that respect, I agree, approved decision. So there's different topics, and when you say that we should put a significant barrier for people to be accepted, that one as idea, I disagree. I disagree a lot. I think that if we have more submissions, then say malicious submissions, they should not be in the winning list at all. And this about contest design. If you design like 3 places and you have 30 submissions, so then why you think that malicious submissions should pass and get rewards? Again, it's in contest design. It's not smart contracts problem.
See what you did, Vlad?
Yeah, I got what I wanted. I got the notion that the current contract will be fixed, and that's more than enough for me.
Yes,
I agree with
and you can participate in that. You can participate with that in that.
I'm not a blockchain developer, Pavel, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would do this. You know, yeah, because you know, anytime I try to understand how this blockchain contract works, it's really a mess, and I need to get these particles of the information from the interface team, and that's why I tried to draw this out to this level for us to openly discuss it.
Guys, let's try this way. I will try to talk to Boris. Okay. I will try.
No, Ivan. It's not a Boris team. It's not a Boris. I mean, the problem is that Mitya excluded this process from TON Labs process at all. That's why it's done that way. Mitya believes that it should be only governance to zero, and everyone should stop, and everything should stop before it happens. I totally disagree with it. We'll fix it. It will be part of TON Labs process. That's my view on that. So we'll have internal discussion, because at the moment that's what we can definitely fix. It's easy to do, and I don't like this mess as well. But this mess was created because of view that it even should not happen. Everybody should wait governance to zero.
This mess was happened because governance 1.0 is not open source. That's why this all happening.
And it is happened because Mitya believes that we should not do it at all. I disagree with it, so we will fix it, period.
Bless
okay, thank you, Pavel.
Anybody ever see The Big Lebowski? You see what happens, Larry? Do you see what happens, Larry? All right, let's move on. Thank you, guys. That was an interesting discussion. Okay, for me, I have just one final word. Last Friday, there was an initial members community call, and it was really productive. I'll sort of summarize it. Basically, just about every single one of the initial members that helped launch Free TON, as you know it, agreed to multiply their social networking efforts to get the network more noticed. So essentially, they're going to push the community throughout their social media. So it's no longer just about validating. It's now a global matter, and we need to get the word out. So we're going to, as a community, need to get prepared to handle the influx, right? There's going to be a lot of attention, a lot of interest. So it's not going to be just about chit-chatting in Telegram, okay? We're going to have to sort of branch out. It's that time. That time has come. And I'm asking everyone, if you can please, one, of course, help spread the word. And two, and most importantly, please help moderate and support all of the social groups. You know, we all spend a lot of time in Telegram. I know that's our sort of go-to medium, but I think at this point, we're going to need to think bigger, think larger. Okay. That really is it for me, but I think Mitya said no, maybe Pavel. Somebody mentioned that they want to talk about the status of new validator onboarding. Pavel, do you want to take that? Pavel?
Yeah, this is for Mitya. I mean,
okay, or Mitya. Or Mitya.
I mean,
Mitya said he had nothing.
Technical question.
Mitya said he had nothing, but now he has something. So Mitya, come on, people want to know.
There was a report.
Inquiring minds want to know.
About what?
About the status of new validator onboarding.
It's we have a multisig which debot that people need to create their wallets. I didn't check today. I don't know how many of them has been, has uploaded their wallets.
Sergey knows.
Yeah, Sergey should know. Yeah. So that's the status, more or less.
All right. Sergey, did you want to maybe add anything? Just so.
Hi.
Hi.
So as of morning today, about 112 out of 375 deployed the multi-sigs through the LUDD bot. So I know that what I know is that the Korean community, they're planning to use a cold wallet as one of the custodian, and they're testing this option, and they're waiting for some bug fixes for Thanos CLI, and no one from their community yet deployed the wallet, and there are about 100 further validators still waiting the opportunity to deploy. Where for those validators who have problems with public keys, they're not in the table because they didn't use the safe multi-sig, used a simple wallet. So we are proceeding with a simple Satoshi test, and we just adding the public keys to the bot, and they proceed further as usual to instruction. But still we have lots of validators to do the job. So everyone is invited.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that. All right. Well, I'm all out of updates. So I guess now let's go ahead and go to questions. I see Michael Kabanov has his hand raised. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi everybody.
Hey there.
I would like to stop for a bit on Cointelegraph proposal. Omer has updated the proposal. Everybody seems to like it, but I'm not seeing no KPIs. I'm not seeing no structured data on the amount of coverage of types of publications TON will be having. If you go to the proposal page on the forum, you'll see a plan. And there are only following numbers in the plan. Minimum 3M banners, publication of 3 high SEO value explained topics, topical AMA sessions offered quarterly, and that is it. So if you ask me, I'm okay of giving a bunch of tokens to one hands for the biggest media about blockchain and stuff, and do see they working on educating the audience, etc., etc. But if those tokens were mine, I would ask the Cointelegraph team to add exact numbers for each point of their plan, because there is none. And I do understand that nobody wants to take their time to write it down, think it over, but 7 million tokens, worth your time to do that stuff.
Michael, I think even those figures should be excluded. It's not about advertising. It's TON has zero awareness right now, and there are common values about mass adoption of the centralized system.
I didn't make any parallel that 1 ton is $1. I just said that there are 7 million tons in the proposal, whatever the price it is. And there is absolutely no details on whatever they're planning to do in numbers. Like, if they would add a line saying that each week on Friday or on Monday, there will be a post on Cointelegraph site and on their social media with the updates of this week's developments.
I believe they did that. Did you see the update?
I'm looking at the proposal at this very moment. I'm looking at the post of Omer, which Omer, whatever, sorry, which has been posted on 4 days ago, which is starts with updated. So no, they have the key facts about 25 plus articles daily, 7 million visitors per month. It's global
exactly.
data for
And even those figures are too excessive. It's just
and never mind.
mutual mass adoption. It's again, I'm talking my view. So it's mutual mass adoption of the last system. Period. And this mutual values. We believe that TON is the best platform, the trust platform for real use cases for real people, which never happened before. There's no such decentralized system at the moment. Nobody knows it.
Yeah. Let me add to that.
No, I'm just
hold on, Michael. Let me
I just don't
also.
understand what's the problem. It will take, say, a day to add some exact numbers, and I won't have any questions because
it's not that simple. See, okay, so
because it's not advertising. It's not buying advertising. Right. TON does not buy advertising at all.
It's a content plan. It's not advertising.
It's not advertising. I mentioned that in the present. No. I mentioned that in the presentation. I mean, of course, that's a factor because that's what they do to some extent. But it is. I literally went through that. It's an educational partnership because the thing about Cointelegraph is they're not just about PR. They actually share the exact, like, find me more than 5 other big. Hold on, let me finish. Okay, so find me more than 5 or 6 other big monsters who share the vision that Free TON does, literally to a T, I's dotted, T's crossed, like we do. Now, what we have is a combined strength to get that information to the last mile. I don't know where you're going to find that, and I don't know what numbers you want, because again, what we were talking about before is like things like with the partnership, like the partnering guide, right? The partnering guideline, it's a guideline. It's not a Bible, right? It depends on who we're talking about. And I think I've said this at least on 3 separate occasions right here on this stream. If Facebook came to us tomorrow and said, hey guys, guess what? We want to integrate, right? We're not going to give you any numbers. We're frigging Facebook. And we want, I don't know, 1 billion tokens. Are you going to say no? Are you going to ask them for numbers? What are you going to do? So you have to take, everything.
Actually, you will ask for numbers. Yes. Totally agree with Michael.
Guys, sorry. Can I please interject? Yeah. Can I please interject? I don't understand the subject of the discussion. We're in the decentralized community. If Michael has a question to Omer, Michael, just ask him on the forum. What are we discussing? Why should we stop, Michael? Just ask Omer.
Nobody's stopping. Nobody's stopping.
Yeah, please do. And that's it. End of discussion. Just ask him on the forum. Let's see what he replies. I'm curious myself.
I agree.
Okay.
And I have another issue here to interrupt you all guys. Thank you, Alexander. Thank you, Ron. And Ron, by the way, you have a great cap today. I appreciate it. We speak now as guys who brand all the partnerships here, because I know that there are people behind all these proposals, and I am also behind one of the proposals of like media coverage. Okay, and the reason why I stopped the process behind my proposal is somewhat stopped, and the reason why I stopped it is because I want to develop some strategy how to cover the event which we are now proceeding to do. So the event is a distribution or between validators. And this is like a crucial event for the whole free TON community. And it should be covered. And it should be covered in synchronizedly between all the media. That is like a great idea, and I believe in it. So I want to encourage all the partners, all the like incoming partnerships, media partnerships, I mean, to synchronize synchronized and gather around the idea of cover one specific event.
Okay. I
Yeah. Yeah. Ivan, sorry, I can answer. Actually, there can be many events. I mean, it can be many teams different
Yes, okay,
working on
but
different.
let's just cover one specific event, and that's not really
Yeah,
easy.
Yes, sure. That's definitely you can do. That's no problem at all.
No, you can do, because I'm not speaking to Omer. You know, I'm not discussing all of that with Omer. I just suggest create small deals, not 7 million deals, but let's start with small deals and then proceed with something, because this number 7 million number is just making all us blind, you know.
And again,
okay.
it's not about advertising something. I'm saying that if you see any event we should cover, then it should be done in a different way.
Yeah, I think again, we're overlapping PR and this partnership, the way it's presented. Cointelegraph does what they do. I mean, that's understandable, but the organization, if you want to call it that, has the same exact values, structure, vision that we do. Basically, what we're doing is it's kind of like an elephant finding their herd and then moving together as one whole. I think that's, I mean, is there PR involved? Yeah, but that's just one function. Anyway, I guess I just see it differently. You know, I don't look at the Cointelegraph proposal really as a, hey, we're going to do this for you kind of partnership. I look at it as a, let's do this together partnership, but we're the ones with the tokens. So kind of like that. That's just.
Can I add an answer to Alexander Filatov's question that asking on the forum would have helped? So my question was, before Omer updated his proposal, one of the points of my reply to his post was a request to end numbers. So the question is on the forum. I did ask it immediately, really. And I do see Cointelegraph as a very, very important thing. But, you know, like Ron, I think that you went to school, right?
There was a time.
There was a time, yeah.
It was like grades or something like that.
Yeah. You had A's and we had fives. Okay, whatever. In the beginning of the school year, you knew the number of lessons per each subject, like 20 hours of English, 50 hours of math, etc. So I'm thinking about the same concept.
I understand what you're saying.
Just you know, it might be an average from, like, if there are lots of news on Free TON, they will post more. So just write 5 to 10, and it gives you know, the picture of the amount of.
Fine. I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing. I'm only giving my perspective. I'm not arguing with you.
Sure. Okay. So again, I asked the question that Alexander told me to before. Unfortunately, no answer. So okay, I'm muting myself. Thanks.
You don't have to mute yourself. By the way, Alexander, can you take your hand down, because we can see a raised hand unless you're actually asking another question. And same goes for everybody. When you raise your hand, that's great, but then afterwards, please. Okay, so Michael,
it's
you have
a new
another question?
on a different matter. there was a situation in the social media sub-governance, and I wanted to ask for maybe a quick sum up. I wouldn't like to comment on anything. My position is known, that you can post your submission and vote for it. I would like to know what's the sum up. Have someone came to a resolution or whatever, and how this issue is developing, or it's over. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on it because I myself sort of was at a distance from. I'm not going to.
Are you asking? Sorry, are you asking about the block contest?
Yeah, the social media, yeah, and voting for the block contest. Yeah.
I guess that sub-governance voluntarily decided to recalculate votes and pay rewards based on jurors' votes without those members who were one of who were behind one submission. So that's as far as I know. And they should have been putting a proposal and approving it in order to make it transparent.
Okay, and so we are expecting a proposal from the team to.
There was one, I believe.
Because there was a proposal.
Yeah, they're already posted that. I've seen that.
Okay, and I have.
Yeah, Ivan actually did that. Go ahead, Ivan.
So yeah, so I don't want to say a lot of words because we don't have another party on the call, so I don't want to like make your mind thinking in the way I think about it. But it's all on the forum, so it's all put to the discussion on Sunday, and well, let's talk. Let's discuss it on the forum. It's just prank to open, and it should stay for a few days before put into governance interface. So I believe for the end of the week, we will just vote. That's all.
That's an excellent and very objective position.
I think this one could not be revoted. I spoke with Mitya, and so you cannot extract any votes from the blockchain.
We don't talking on for the blockchain now. We don't like talking about the blockchain. We are talking about distribution of tokens, which should be held, and like we should figure out it by 7 people, like so that's just like local stuff happening. It doesn't involve blockchain and contracts at all.
The sum up is for the 7 jury to have a conversation in a closed or whatever chat, and making a post collectively on the forum saying that this is the decision and that's the way.
Not the post. They will vote on interface. And again, guys, of course, it's impossible to change data in smart contracts, but we have now gap between proposal and contest, between contest and payment. This allows to do this again. Once it will be streamlined in governance to 0, it will be, of course, it will be impossible, and there should be different means for that. But at the moment, we have that option. If there was like contest passed, their final scores in smart contract, but then sub-governance decided, okay, well, there was wrong in that voting, so we now recalculate it and we'll distribute rewards in a different way. This is it. Simple.
So yeah, so for now we are waiting for social consensus. That's all. So I'm not appealing to community to replace some leader or something. We just appealing to another party to join the transparent process of voting, and that's all.
Okay, thanks.
All right, let's see. Let's go to more questions, please. Let's maybe move off this subject and go to the next one. Who's got a question? I think we have some new.
How about YouTube?
Okay. Well, YouTube.
Sorry, we have one quick one. So to Hector. Are you guys ready? And the team, are you guys ready? I mean, should we kind of
I can answer that.
move on?
They're almost ready,
Please.
but I'll answer for, I'll let Hector talk, of course, but they revised their proposal, but made a little bit of a error, and that error is going to be fixed. And then, yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah, actually, I was just about to tell you that we fixed it now, and it will publish on the forum shortly. So if you want to review it or anything, it will be there in a minute.
So we're going to have a Mexican self-governance pretty soon. That's cool.
Hopefully.
And then
Great.
and then Central American and et cetera, et cetera. Very, very cool. All right. Right. So we have some new faces with us today. Anybody want to speak? And as far as YouTube goes, Mita, there's literally one question. Yeah, just like one question. So if anybody has something they want to get off their chest or ask or comment, this is the time.
Well, Ron, John here.
Hi, John.
Yeah, I'm good. I just wanted to inform everyone that we finalized the document for ABI, and it's already published in the forums. So I expect many guys to support it so that we can be able to move forward at the end of this month. Thank you.
Fantastic. That's fantastic. What's the name of the proposal?
It's ABI Campus Hackathon. It's a ABI partnership on the campus hackathon.
ABI.
I actually just want you to spend a minute to endorse John's proposal. ABI, for those who don't know, is Africa Blockchain Institute. It's a leading institution in Africa to drive mass adoption of the blockchain, including engaging developers. And the essence of the proposal is a series of 2 hackathons next year, January, March, and whatever second half of the year, to engage developers from Africa to join the network and contribute to the network. I think this is the kind of stuff we need more and more, engaging developers from around the world. So this is at the core of our values, I think. So I confident yes on your proposal, John.
Mm-hmm. And it's a contest proposal, as I see, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, basically, the contest will be held at the ABI level, the continent level. But for the approval of the budget and the go ahead it has to come from the Freeton community.
Of course. Okay, I'm looking at it right now, but there's a lot to read, so I won't do that right now. Okay, great. Okay, thank you. Thank you for bringing attention to it. Absolutely. There are a lot of proposals, and there are going to be a lot more. So, yeah, that's a full-time job at this point. Who else has something to ask? Say, please speak up.
Well,
If not,
I want just to note here that to make this contest happen, I fully support the initiative, but to make this contest happen in a transparent way and in a local way to allow all the jarrers John wants to engage in the process. I believe that there are jarrers. So to make it happen, we need to set up the African subgovernance, I suppose, right?
yeah, I think that's what they're going to be proposing. Yep. Yep. I think right now they're going to do this first, and I think this probably, if I'm not mistaken, John, correct me if I'm wrong, will actually become the catalyst towards a working subgovernance for African community. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, we will use it to launch the African subgovernance. Of course, with your earlier discussion, me and you, there are those points that you pointed out. One of them was to make the group active, and I think with this initiative,
this will do it.
We'll be able now to be confirmed as a reliable way of getting our partnership. I mean, our sub-governance going. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a great idea. That's a very good idea, actually, to go that route. Wish I would have thought of it, but anyway, I'm not that smart. Sergey, you have a question. Please go ahead.
Hi. I've got a small technical question because I'm a technical guy, but it's something that I have some concern of. It's distribution of MLUD rewards into the pools. So we're talking about a huge amount of tokens. It's, in the end, it will be a distribution more than 300 million tokens. And it's not a process
Oops, Sergey,
making stakes into
you
the
disappeared
pools.
for a minute.
Do you hear me?
We hear you. You disappeared for about 7 seconds.
I just don't see any process currently in FreeTON that would cover this procedure that blows my mind. Just not sure, maybe someone knows exactly how to do it, but if not, let us think about it. Because sending money just to a giver who with keys I mean, just one person can't be responsible for sending that huge amount. And on the other hand, we can't require initial members to sign any one stake sending for the pool.
Can use the same distribution contract.
It's not the same distribution contract because making stake into the pool is not just sending money to a multi-sig.
Okay.
So somebody wanted to try and answer that.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I have an answer to that. As was discussed already, and I answered that I think before. The money will be should be allocated to the to another multisig with smaller number of participants, maybe from initial government or someone else.
Well, like the PDG concept, same thing.
Exactly. Who will contribute, like who will from the beginning will know that they will have to approve now almost 400 transfers, right? And that will be manually done. Yes, that's the process.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's pretty simple, and it should be done in a transparent way. So I would like to see all the responsible people like to show up on the forum or to show up on the call and to make it to make each part of the distribution like transparent and maybe online, just to make it all transparent.
Well, you have. We need. So Ron, we have to make it manually. As a guy involved in payments group, I can say that it's making 400 transactions manually. It's a really
Yes, we will have to make it manual.
dramatic.
Yes, because if
why not
we want
to write smart contracts for that?
Yes, because this smart contract will then need to be formally verified. That's why. Because you can lose money easily on the transfer. If you do something wrong.
Okay, so I think we should.
That will be manual.
Think about it.
It was from the beginning. So as I said it from the very beginning, that it will be a manual process.
Couple of days. It will be couple of days process. It
will be month process. Not couple of days.
Not month,
a month process.
Still.
Yeah, so it will be few at a bunch, and it's not a lot. It's like to sign, 10 transactions in a bunch. So it's not that.
How you sign 10 transactions if you said that we should sign it individually?
No, 10 transactions per bunch of the validators that we add. We won't add 50 validators at once. So you make it 10% 10 a day, and then and so on. Maybe then you go up to 20.
No, 10 is not a problem. 10 is not a problem.
Yeah, I know it's not a problem.
Hey,
I'm
Can
saying
whoever
that's
can
how it
whoever
works.
has music playing in the background please mute your microphone? Thank you.
So can we set the estimate date of the all validators to be online?
No,
Like,
we cannot do that.
but
We cannot
if-
do that because we don't have all the signatures yet. Not all the multi-sigs deployed. So the validators are not ready to get the money. And I can just say, you know, guys, whoever didn't deploy your own multi-sig yet, just go do that. Because the distribution, as we said from the beginning, will start from not in the order of the multi-sig deployment, but in the order of Magister Ludi game results.
okay, yeah, for now we can say maybe December, right?
No. It should like it will be if on certain, like it will be this will end by the end of November. All of it. By the end of November, all the tokens will be distributed. All the DPools will be distributed on the 13th of from the 12th of December, 13th of December, whatever it is. There will be a new contract deployed in a much faster way, and maybe then it will be deployed maybe automatically. We will see. But up until that point, there also will be a debot by that second distribution. But by the end of November, everything will be distributed. So I guess we will have to pass a decision on a certain level that if someone has not deployed his multisig, at a certain date he will lose his ability to join the network. And yeah, but I don't want to push right now. So let's give people some time more to do that. But basically, dear validators, it's up to you now.
Could we start with those guys who already deployed their wallet?
No, we can't.
Because they are ready.
Yes, they are, but we need to it's a lot of planning involved, and we need to know how many validators there will be. I want, like, what's the reason why not to deploy the multisig? It's really easy. Like you go, you type a few comments in the debot. Like easier than that, I think it's probably impossible to do. I mean, right? It's really easy. You don't need to write even a bash scripts. You don't need to do anything. Just go down, install like.
Well, who's pinging them directly?
Nobody's pinging anyone. What are you, small children? We have posts on the forum. We have posts on the validators chats.
Yeah, I understand.
Right?
But
okay, Ron, write a post.
Yeah.
Write a post.
Actually, no one really pushing it towards the execution, because like we all are ready to wait. So it's not a big deal. Like we are all ready to wait. Okay, so like it's not a big problem.
I don't want to push all the time everybody,
Yeah,
it's for the same reason, like there is this I mean I have enough in pushing governance to 0, frankly speaking, which is but there are 5 judges, just 5 judges to that has applied for the governance 2.0. Governance 2.0 is the most important project inside TON currently. 5 judges. And then I go to the forum and see a whine of the community about some judges that didn't do something and didn't distribute that and didn't distribute this.
Thank you.
200 messages. People are kind of making a whole drama about that. This is the Mexican cereal, Brazilian cereal that you can shoot probably out of that. Instead of just go to the governance 2.0 and fucking contribute. Nobody will do that. Like if you don't do that, it's not my project. It's your project.
Yeah, okay.
5 judges, guys, 5 judges in the governance 2.0. And you want to change the system. You want to say, oh, we need to punishment the judges. We need to do that. And we need to do this and all this drama. So what do you like, drama or solutions?
Please launch the next juror contest, please.
Again? Once more? It just ended 2 days ago.
I know. Yeah, I know. I just forgot to push the button to be 6.
Great. Great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. All right. Let's go to YouTube questions. Anybody else have anything? Nope. Okay. Let's go to YouTube because we are running out of time. So hold on. Let me make sure I get everybody's. I propose to secure the network with a challenge to every validator, create a backup server, plus find the communication solution on how to do it, and then allocate resources at the expense of the already agreed subsidies. Please think about this. I think it is very important for stable work.
What is important for a stable work is slashing conditions, because the validators will be punished then for not being able to validate, and these are progressing very nicely in terms of implementation. What it is our implementation of that. As I said, maybe before, I don't remember already what I said or what I didn't. That we have a rewritten elector contract, and we have added the slasher contract to that. So that's a work in progress, and we want to push that as quickly as possible to the formal verification, which will start, I think, as I mentioned, this week we will start 2 additional contests for formal verification, and next week we'll start the contest about the new elector and slasher contract formal verification. There are 2 additional teams, as I heard, that wants to join Provenda in that, and it's a very good news, excellent news. We welcome everyone who would like to contribute to the formal verification process. So this, after the formal verification of elector contract and slasher contract will be done, we will immediately, more or less, try to deploy that to the network. And by that, if you don't have backups to your validators and somehow it stopped working, or you destroyed your database, then you will be punished. And that's the best way to do that, rather than go and try to centrally control, do you have a backup or do you don't? So that's the answer. Thank you.
Before deploying to the mainnet, could we try it in a DevNet?
Of course, we will do that. Of course, there is a process, not just like that. So formal verification is just something that takes the longest here. Like that will take the longest. Meantime, through this, we will, of course, deploy all these contracts on the DevNet, and it will be running on the DevNet for, like, I think, month or 2 before it will be actually deployed.
Same gentleman who asked the question is also saying, can't we just move away from the carrot part and we'll go right to the stick? Whoever is the last to deploy the multi-sig loses their subsidy.
No, we don't want to do that, probably, but as I said, I mean, on a certain point, we just say whoever didn't deploy until a certain date, then you lose your subsidy. That's very simple.
Okay. All right. Next question is, one second. All right. Whoever's asking, like, should I buy tokens and stuff like that? Come on, guys, don't flood the stream with nonsensical questions. Go to the site and you'll understand. Hi, what is the future? Okay. What is the future of the country ambassadors phase 2 contest? As we all know, the ambassadors subgovernance is dissolved now. So let me answer that in 2 parts. So first of all, the ambassador subgovernance is on suspension. But yes, there is technically no ambassador subgovernance at the moment. Everything that was promised in phase 1 is going to be done in phase 2. The short answer is please wait. The long answer is basically like any decentralized community should. Now there are going to be several, if I'm not mistaken, proposals for new subgovernance and how it will be structured. This was I think, I mean, I hate to say it, and I know there are going to be a lot of pissed off people when I say it, but this was a good thing, frankly. I think this was a good thing because it's trial and error. Everything is trial and error. So Wiki works, SMM works, BizDev works, certain things work, and certain things don't work. Right? Web and design works, DGO works. this one didn't work. It happens.
Guys, I would like to interrupt you with good news. Everyone who listen the recording of the stream and listen up to this moment, you are all eligible to send me a message, and you will be invited to Freeton research group, which is actually gathered around the relaunch on ambassador subgovernance. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. So getting back to what I was saying, don't worry. Phase 2 is obviously that was a promise that was made. There was a decision that was made by the community. So of course it'll happen, but it has to happen within the confines of a ambassadors or ambassador-like subgovernance. Let's not focus on the word ambassador because that's just a word, right? At the end of the day, the premise remains. So everything will be there. It's just a matter of who comes up with the best possible structure to make that happen. That's it. But as Ivan said, there's the research group, and we have I don't know if Fedor is here, and I don't know if he wants to talk, but I'm not going to put him on the spot. He promised to be here. No, I don't think he's here. Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. But there are because of this error, there are actually more interesting solutions that are coming about, which I think is great. I think that's exactly what should happen. So somebody screws up, no problem. Somebody takes over and does a better job. And that's exactly what scalability is about. So especially governance scalability. So don't worry, just hang tight. Nobody's forgotten about you. All right. Somebody likes my baseball cap. Thanks, man. Right. Buy, sell many times. Okay. And we have, same gentleman says, gentlemen, I would like a reserve server. Can somebody read, it's in Russian. Can somebody read the last comment in YouTube? Maybe Roman, can you do that?
It's in Russian. What, you cannot read Russian? Ron.
I can, but I can't like formally translate it like that. It's not.
What?
Do you want me to just read it in Russian?
What kind of question?
Okay, it's господа, я хочу резервный сервер, но я могу только технически повторить железку. А как сделать синхронизацию? У меня нет решения, поэтому и прошу поставить такую задачу перед сообществом. Can somebody translate that?
Yes. Okay, yeah. Got it. Yeah. So well, you need to go to the validator chat and just ask people there, and if you maybe someone will give you some solution, or like help you with that, and that's it. So I understand that you have a problem with creating a backup solution for a validator. Just discuss it on the validator group.
Yeah, maybe the host.
There's a big community which likes to help. So.
Yeah, Roman, can you maybe while we're still live, maybe toss him the validator chat?
I'll send the link. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there's no more YouTube questions, at least at the moment. So we have 2 questions that came written into us. The first, I believe we answered, but I'm going to voice it. It says, what is the status of the D-pool contract and validator onboarding? We just went through, of course. And are we waiting for D-pools to be ready, the D-bot multi-sig deployment or something else? What are we waiting for, basically, is the question.
Already answered many times. Please deploy your multi-sigs, dear validators.
Next question, Rust node competition. Any new information?
No, as I said, it's coming quite soon. So, yep, there will be a contest. I will put it on the proposal maybe by the end of this week, maybe beginning next. Then that will be some discussion around that, and then it will start on certain date. So yeah, pretty close.
All right, we are done with questions. Anybody else have anything final to say before we say c'est la vie for this week? 3, 2, Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming. See you on Tuesday. Have a great week. Wonderful weekend. Invite your friends.
Thanks. Cheers.
Think so.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.